live for only a little bit, and then we'll get off of here and let y'all go on about the rest of y'all night. So yeah. So yep, that's what we're here to do. We're gonna review this show and then review this show. Yo, what's good? What's good, ASL? What's good? Yeah, I don't know how many we're gonna get today because it's a Thursday. So yeah, and I do have to chat. Hey, what? Okay, I had to make sure before I start the stream because I didn't have to chat. I had to chat disable at first, but I had to go back in. I had to go in and change get the chat enabled so y'all can type on here and stuff. Before I came on here, man, imagine if I came on here and started the stream and then the chat was disabled. I'm already tired. So how am I doing? I'm doing good. I'm tired, but yeah, I literally got off work, came home, I showered, and yeah. But yes, I'm here. I'm here. Yeah. All right. All right. I don't care how many we got. I ain't gonna waste no time. We just gonna get straight into it, bro, because I know y'all been waiting on me for about 15 minutes, but we just gonna get straight into it. So, I watched AEW last night while I was working, and I thought it was a much better show than last week's, man. Like, I ain't even gonna lie. I thought this week was like much better than last week and all the other weeks combined. Yeah, it was definitely much better. But they still got a lot of work to do. But I feel like they could, get better and build towards the pay-per-view very well. I'm really hoping we get some good television going into Revolution and Dynasty, Double or Nothing, all in Texas. So I'm hoping we just get some good television going forward because that show last week, I really want to forget that, like, real talk. Yeah, man. These are shows that I would not go back and watch, and I don't even care. So yeah, but last night's show was better than last week's, and it was in Atlanta. It was 2 hours away from me. I usually would have went to the show, but I didn't buy tickets for it. I didn't end up going to the show. About that, we will go back to wrestling shows soon. Hopefully Mania weekend we can do that. Yeah. But yeah, Dynamite was in Atlanta last night. So the show starts off with Renee Paquette. She interviewed Switchblade Jay White about his newfound relationship with Cope. Yes, Cope. Jay White says, dealing with the Death Riders, I have to rely on FTR and I'm Copeland because the Death Riders always seem to have the numbers. The Death Riders walked up to Jay White and were about to ambush him when rated FTR even up the numbers for Switchblade. Both factions began to brawl with the action spilling from outside to inside the arena. The melee spilled towards ringside. Mox and Jay White got into the ring. Wheeler walked into a Blade Runner from Jay White. Pat saved Moxley from a Blade Runner. Then FTR nailed Packer with a Shadow Machine. Claudio cracked Cash Wheeler with a huge uppercut. Claudio and Moxley double teamed Jay White. Cope speared Claudio. Moxley and the Death Riders retreated through the crowd. And then Cope gets on the mic and says, Moxley, I don't know if you can hear it, but all these firsts are chanting one name. So Moxley, come on. What's your answer? Do you still got a set of nuts? What is your answer for my challenge? You and me, one-on-one, for the AEW World Championship at Revolution. Mox says, you deserve nothing. You get nothing. Your answer is no. Jay White says, hey Moxley, listen to me. I have another offer for you. Why don't I make you try to breathe with the Switchblade? John Moxley and Claudio versus Cope and me in a good old-fashioned Brisbane street fight at Grand Slam. It seems as if Moxley accepted the challenge from Jay White and said Excalibur. They actually did confirm the match for Grand Slam Australia. It would be Jay White and who else? He said Cope, right? Yeah, it'll be Jay White and Cope versus John Moxley and Claudio Castagnoli in a Brisbane street fight at Grand Slam Australia. I get it, AEW Australia, they want to put all the Australians on the card, which I totally get. I totally understand. They want to put all the foreign talent on that show. Because I believe Kyle Fletcher's Australian, Jay White, he's from New Zealand, Harley Cameron, Toni Storm, she's a New Zealand girl, close to Australia. So I totally get it. And apparently this show will be on after the NBA All-Star coverage on Saturday night. I don't know if you guys want me to cover it. Do you guys want me to cover it or not? I probably will create a poll because I don't know if I want to cover it. But if you guys want me to, I will come on here Saturday night. That means I gotta be on here for Vengeance Day because NXT Vengeance Day is that same night. So I gotta be on here for Vengeance Day and Grand Slam. Vengeance Day starts at 6. I'm assuming Vengeance Day goes off around 9 o'clock. And then Grand Slam starts at like 9:30-ish. So we'll take a little intermission and then a little break, and I'll come back here and stream it. But just let me know, guys. But Cope versus Moxley at Revolution, I'm totally fine with that match at Revolution. Do I think Cope is going to beat Mox? I don't think so. Well, I like to see it happen. Yes, because the Death Rider story is just not really it's not working for anybody. Nobody cares for the Death Riders. Let's be honest. I would be more interested if Cope went to Revolution, and Tony Khan, if he books Cope to take the title off John Moxley at Revolution. And then if you want to give it to Darby, you can have Darby beat Cope at All In. Cope doesn't have to hold the championship for long. Me personally, I would book Cope to beat Moxley at Revolution. That's just me personally. I would book him to beat Moxley at Revolution. And then if you want Darby to still be the world champion, if you still want to build Darby up, to be the guy, okay, you can have Darby come back and you can have Darby beat Cope for the AEW World title at All In Texas. It's very plain and simple. If that's what you want to do, if that's your plan, if that's what you want to plan. And Darby and Cope will be a good match. I ain't gonna lie. But this scenario is better than waiting until July. Because you're talking about Jon Moxley holding the championship, that a championship that we have not seen on television since Wrestle Dream. Yes, Wrestle Dream. It's been in some briefcase. You talking about from October till July, not seeing the AEW World Championship? You must be out of your mind. You must be out of your damn mind. So I would actually book Cope to beat Moxley at Revolution, and then have Darby beat Cope at All In. Cope doesn't need to have a long title reign. I don't even remember what the hell the title looked like. Me neither. I forgot. What does the title look like? Yeah, I forgot. Yeah. By the way, what's up, Durante? I'm doing good. My family's doing good. I can't complain. What up, JJ? What up? But yeah, that's what I would do personally. Or you can have Cope beat Moxley at Revolution, and Christian Cage. He still has that. Christian Cage still has that little contract to cash in for a world title shot anytime. So if you want to do something crazier than that, why don't you put Cope to beat Moxley at Revolution, and then Christian Cage automatically comes in and just beats him for the world, cashes in on Cope, beats him for the world title when Cope is vulnerable. Excuse me. Why don't you have him come in and do that? And then if you want to build towards Darby Allin and Christian Cage at All In for the World Championship, you can get away with that. You can honestly get away with that. So we get the street fight at Grand Slam Australia. Should be a fun match. So yeah, moving on. Will Ospreay, first a member of the Don Callis family. So Will Ospreay comes out, does his entrance. Don Callis comes out, gets on the mic. Ladies and gentlemen, I have a very important announcement to make. The opponent for Will Ospreay tonight is a man you know very well. It's a man you called your brother, Brev. Ladies and gentlemen, Mark Davis. He is the Ospreay killer. So Mark Davis comes out. He was just helping Will Ospreay out, and now all of a sudden he turns his back on Will Ospreay. And we never really got a proper explanation on why that happened, because he was helping. Because you guys got to remember, Mark Davis was helping Will Ospreay. I'm just saying. Davis chopped at Ospreay while the fans chanted "You sold out" to Davis. Davis slammed Will and went for a senton, but Will moved out the way and drop kicked Mark Davis. Davis back dropped Ospreay. Cody showing off his tremendous power. Mark Davis suplexed Will and then kicked him in the back. Davis smashed Will with open palm straight to the chest. Ospreay connected with a springboard forearm. Davis sent Will soaring with a dragon suplex. Will Ospreay retaliated with a dive over the top rope, connecting with a crossbody press to Davis on the arena floor. Will drilled Davis with an os cutter for a near fall. Davis blocked the hidden blade and trucked Will with a lariat. Davis spiked Ospreay with a power driver, but Will kicked out at the 2 count. Davis tore the turnbuckle pad off the middle rope. The ref admonished Davis. Ospreay wasted no time to strike with the hidden blade and pinning Mark Davis. Will Ospreay wins. Yada yada yada. Will Ospreay gets on mic. Says, "Yes, Brev. Atlanta. It's like a party in here. And Don, seeing as you like to crash the party, I got a new best friend back. I got a new best friend back there who's teaming up with me in Australia at Grand Slam." So out comes Kenny Omega. Kenny Omega comes out. This was more meant to be a celebration for my pal Will, but I got to get something off my chest. Mark Davis, man to man. I have no clue what Don Callis has on you, but although it may be scary, help is there, and what I've learned is there are people here you can trust. 1 week from now, I make my in-ring return to AEW in Australia. That line kind of confused me, because wasn't he? You make your in-ring return to AEW. Wasn't you just in a match with Brian Cage, or did you just completely forget that? Ken, you gotta come on, Ken. Did you forget you was in the ring with Brian Cage a few weeks ago? Did you forget that? Australia is not your AEW in-ring return. unless you're talking about wrestling in Australia, which I get. But your in-ring return to AEW, you had a match with Brian Cage a few weeks ago. I'm just saying, Ken. I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying. But listening to your voice tonight just gave me the itch, so I had to come out here and say hello to you in person. Kyle Fletcher, Kenosuke Takeshita walked out of the tunnel. Omega said, I've got nothing but time. I suggest you guys get ready for next week at Grand Slam. As will be Omega and Ospreay against Fletcher and Takeshita. It's been a while since people could really feel what I felt in 2019 and on. Now that I'm back, all you people get to feel all the things I've been feeling. It's the match to prove that the future lies here in the ring. And Kenny Omega does his I must bid you adieu. His little catchphrase. Goodbye, mwah, good night, bang. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, bro, man, Kyle Fletcher, he's the Aussie, so he's gonna be the babyface in this. I'm down to see the match. It's just the way, how I want to put it, bro. Honestly, bro, I'm just gonna sit there and enjoy what Kenny does this time. Honestly, bro, I'm just gonna sit there and enjoy what he does because he's my he is my personal favorite wrestler. I don't even him teaming with Ospreay, bro. I ain't gonna admit, when I was there in person and they were standing face to face, I was like, holy shit, they're actually about to team up and go crazy. Even though they dropped this story with the Young Bucks and Jack Perry and the whole Elite thing, was Jack Perry even a part of that? I keep forgetting. Was he a part of it? We haven't seen Jack Perry since he lost the TNT title, I think. Yeah, we haven't seen Jack Perry in a while. Maybe he's just on a break or something. I don't know. Maybe he's injured. I don't know. But, I really sat myself down and thought, yeah, I'm going to enjoy, because I don't know how long Kenny has. And I'm going to be honest, I don't know how long he has left to do this. I'm going to be real. I'm going to appreciate everything he's doing. And the match next week, him teaming with Ospreay against Takeshita, Kyle Fletcher, is going to slap. Because Kenny Omega is the best bout machine. I'm going to tell you that. And I'm going to enjoy it. So, after this, I don't know what Kenny Omega does next. I'm assuming he faces... I don't know what he does at Revolution, bro. I really don't know. Is he gonna be still in the... Is he still gonna be feuding with the Don Callis family? I'm assuming he is. Cause he's not going... Cause we gotta find a way for him to get to Okada. Cause that's not happening until July. So we still gotta find him. So he's got to get back to Okada, and also he needs to get back at the Young Bucks for what they did. So we really need to find a way to circle back towards that story, because you just can't. To me, you can't scrap it. You really cannot do that. We need to find a way for him to get back to the Young Bucks and Okada. Now, I'm gonna mention someone else later that has ties with Kenny Omega. I'm gonna mention someone later. He was on the show last night, but I'll mention him later in a little bit. But I think he might turn. I'm thinking he's leaning towards turning babyface, going bad babyface. So he might just get back with Kenny. You know who I'm talking about? You know who I'm talking about. He might just get back with Kenny to help him fought off the Young Bucks because they cannot scrap that, bro. It's like no way, they should scrap that storyline. King needs to find his way to get. You need to be looking for blood. You need to be looking to get it back in blood against the Young Bucks and Okada. Now he's. We all know him and Okada is the match for all. Is one of the matches for All In Texas. It's gonna happen, and I'll be there to see it. I can't wait. But he needs to find his way to get his lid back against the Young Bucks. I don't know where the Young Bucks are. I don't know when they're coming back. I'm assuming that's another team AEW needs back on television is the Young Bucks. I know many people are not big fans of the Young Bucks, but you need them back on television. And back in the tag team division. Because your tag team division is so stale. But you need to find a way to get Kenny back, crossing paths with the Young Bucks. I'm just saying. So the match next Saturday should be good. Kenny Omega doesn't. Will Ospreay, Takeshita, these they don't put on bad matches, bro. They don't. What's up, Brendan? But after this, I legit don't know who's the fucking ain't Takesha's the international champion, right? Hold on. Jesus Christ, I can't even remember, international. Yeah, Takesha is the champion. So I'm thinking, what if they run Omega versus Takesha at Revolution for the international championship? Kind of thinking they can do that. And because I think the Continental title, oh my goodness. Maybe we get title for title with Kenny Omega holding the international championship, and Okada, goes in All In as the Continental champion. So maybe we get title for title between these two guys. So that'd be very interesting. That'll be very interesting. Because I can see AEW running Omega versus Takesha at Revolution. I can really see that. And then Will Ospreay and Kyle Fletcher, they'll do one more. I think they'll do one more match. Because I think both ain't Omega and ain't Ospreay. Ain't they tied at 1-1? Yeah, because they faced off at Full Gear. Fletcher won that one. Then they faced off at World's End. Ospreay won the second one. Yeah, I can see them doing one more match at Revolution. Yeah, that can work. So for Revolution, you have Omega versus Takesha for the international championship, and Kyle Fletcher versus Will Ospreay. 3. One more match between those two, and the winner wins the feud, and they should move on, and both guys should move on to something else. So yeah, I know Ospreay is bulletproof, but I feel like if they do that match, you got to give the rub to Fletcher. I think Fletcher got to win that third one. You got to give that rub to him. But yeah, man, they did cool him off, man. They really did, and it sucks because AEW, they got so many wrestlers that have so much momentum, and then they just cool them off at the wrong times. Like, bro, I cannot stress that enough, bro. So yeah, moving on. All right, AEW World Tag Team Champions, the Hurt Syndicate, Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin with MVP came to the ring. Ladies and gentlemen, this is MVP speaking. Ladies and gentlemen, this is an official announcement from the Hurt Syndicate. I need everyone to stand on their feet and show respect to your new AEW World Tag Team Champions. I'm going to keep the short and street. I got to give props to Proper Party. Two young talented athletes with a very bright future. They were just the wrong people in the wrong place at the wrong time. I like to put everyone else on notice. If you're an AEW athlete and if you are a champion, get ready because when we choose, we are going to come and see you and take your title. But until that time, we're for business. And if you would like an opportunity to face the AEW World Tag Team Champions, all right, the music hits and it's the Gun Club. Guns up. Austin and Cole Gunn made the return and walked out to the tunnel. Austin says, we want to talk business. You can do it to yourself like men, so come to the ring and talk face to face with us like men. The Guns got into the ring. The Guns introduced themselves to the Hurt Syndicate. The Guns said it was time for them to take back their tag team titles. MVP said he appreciated the moxie and respected the courage. MVP said he was about business and said next week for the AEW World Tag Team titles, it will be the Hurt Syndicate against a couple of ass boys. Well, that's done, said Tony Schiavone. Okay. Austin, you know what? If you're not down with that, we got 2 words for you. Guns up. All right. Jeez, that's too, man. The Gun Club versus the Hurt Syndicate next week for the tag team titles, bro. The Gun Club just got back. I don't mind them winning a tag team title shot, but shouldn't they come back and at least win some matches first? And then tell a story before you just throw them straight into a tag team title match with the Hurt Syndicate after them coming back from injury? Okay. I don't know. That just doesn't sit right with me. Like, honestly, bro, it just doesn't. Like, you're gonna have these 2 guys come back, challenge for the AEW World Tag Team titles literally next week, just for them to lose, and then where else do they go from there if they lose? Like, come on, bro. You can't just be feeding them like that. Come on, bro. Like, that's just straight up dirty. At least have them win some matches first. And then you give them the tag team title shot. But damn, next week you just rushing it, bro. Like, give them some wins. Me personally, I would give them some wins, and then around Dynasty, I would give them the tag team title shot. But man, next week, that's just so quick, and they just got back. No return matches under their belt, nothing. They just came in there and they basically just came in there. Hey, we want a tag team title shot. We want our tag team titles back. And MVP says, all right, I'll see you next week. Like, what is this? Come on now. Your tag team division is already cold as it is. You do not. Come on, man. Come on. What is we doing? Lord help me. That's AEW's problem. There's no storytelling. If they do title for title between Omega and Okada All In, both the International and Continental title will be merged as the AEW Intercontinental Championship. Yeah, that would be crazy. Man. So yeah, but that's kind of weird that they came back and they're getting a tag team title shot next week without any storytelling. No matches under the Guns belt, nothing. So, I guess, man, that's Tony Khan for you, man. All right. Renee Paquette was backstage trying to get a word with the CEO, Mercedes Moné. Harley Cameron was there with a Mercedes puppet and said she'd have a concert, a halftime Harley Cameron concert this Saturday on Collision in Houston, my hometown. I was supposed to be at that show, but I ended up canceling my flight. Luckily, I didn't buy tickets for the show. So yeah. Mercedes interrupted and mocked Harley for getting her first ever win on Collision. Mercedes says she is the greatest TBS champion of all time, and Harley is a loser. Mercedes told Harley to stay away from her locker room. And then this is the funny part too. Harley sticks up. She throws up the middle finger. Like once Mercedes turns her back, like Harley just throws up the middle finger, and then Renee just, hey, stop it, put it down. we all, we now. I will admit, we all have did this before. You know, when your mom or your dad say some stupid shit to you, man, and you ain't trying to hear it or something like that, or they just tell you something they don't like, they turn their back, and then you just throw up the middle finger without them seeing it. Yo, man, that's just crazy. Oh, that's funny. That was funny. Harley Cameron, man, I'm telling y'all, she is good, man. I know she's not the best, in ring talent, but charisma wise, she is great, man. I'm telling you, she has a bright future. I really am. She's got the charisma. She's got it all. And her in ring work, it does need to get, a little bit up more to par. But Harley Cameron, she's very good at what she does, man. She got a lot of potential. So she just gotta keep it up. I'm telling you. And honestly, 2025, honestly, bro, they should take, I know Harley Cameron, they should take Harley Cameron to like next level if they consistently put her on TV and book her well. Now, I'm not saying go out and put the world championship on her. I'm not saying do all that. They're gonna run Mercedes and Harley in Australia. She's not gonna beat Mercedes, but if she puts on a good showing against Mercedes, then the sky's the limit for this girl. I am telling you. I mean, she can talk. She's charismatic. I mean, I'm telling you, she's got a lot of potential. I really am. I do see her becoming a TBS champion one day. So, we'll see. And, honestly, if she keeps this up, I would say give her one more year. Give her one more year. She could be one of the top. She could be one of the top players in the women's division for AEW. So I would say give her one more year. Give her a little bit more seasoning. And then she'll be ready to be a top player. But she's getting there. I'm telling you. She's getting there. I'm telling you. And that Mercedes puppet, they really should sell that. I'm not even going to lie. They, for little kids who's in AEW, who watches it and stuff, they should really sell that puppet. I'm not even going to lie to you, but AEW won't do that. I feel like they can make some money with that puppet. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, I think that's something kids will buy. That's something parents will buy for their kids. So yeah, they should sell that. Honestly, they should. But if they didn't sell Pentagon, if they didn't sell Penta's mask, then they're probably not gonna sell that puppet. But they should. I think they can make some money off of it. For little kids. The TBS title is a worthless title. Well, the person that's holding it, I'm sorry. This belt collector gimmick is just not working for me. It's just really not. It's not clicking with me, bro. Like Mercedes and the whole belt collector thing, it's just, I don't care. Like, you're bringing all these championships on TV that nobody cares about. The only title that really matters is a TBS title. Like, honestly. Me personally, if we get one, if they can come back to All In, maybe they revisit her and Chris Statlander for All In July, and they finally crown Chris Statlander. But honestly, I think Chris Statlander is above the TBS. I believe she's ready to contend for the world title, in my opinion. Maybe they can bring up Athena. If they get the Ring of Honor champion, if they get that Ring of Honor championship off of Athena, really. You get that Ring of Honor World Championship off of Athena and you bring her up, then you can have Athena be the one to take down Mercedes. Or who's to say? Honestly, Athena should be the one to throw Mercedes Moné all in. Yeah, because ain't Athena a Texas? Yeah, she's a Texas girl. You know, that's her home. Ain't that Dallas? Yep, Arlen. That's her home. Yeah. Now I can see them doing Athena and Mercedes all in for the TBS title, and for the women's world title. For the women's world title, I don't know what the women's world title situation is going to be like. Because something telling me is Toni Storm is going to be the champion. Something's telling me Toni Storm will be the champion. But I can see something with Toni Storm. Who else? I can't really think of nobody. I really can't. I'll be honest, bro. You put the title back on Toni Storm. I don't know. Maybe do a. I don't know, guys. I don't know what they do with that title. Going into the summer. But I got a gut. You ain't leaving Thunder Rosa off the show. Because she was born in Mexico, but she spent majority of her life in Texas. And she bleeds Texas. So I can see Thunder Rosa being a part of the show. I can see them not wanting to leave her out, but knowing Tony Khan, I'm not really set on her being on the show. Should she be on the show? Yes. In some capacity. Does Mariah May stay? I don't think Mariah May is going to be the champion anyway after next week. I don't think so. Unless they play hot potato. I mean, do you give... We'll get into that later, but... yeah, Athena and Mercedes should be... Yeah, Athena and Mercedes should be the match all in. Hell, you know what? Thunder Rosa could get involved in that. They could do Athena and Thunder Rosa and Mercedes Moné. They could get away with that too. But I legit don't know what they do with Rosa. I think, because me personally, I don't think they value her anymore. That's just me speaking. I know she's still on TV, but I feel like she's just there just for the sake of, hey, we have to give her TV time. We can't just have her doing nothing, you know. And as a fan, I was expecting like, I'm not really expecting her to be pushed like crazy or anything like that. I'm not really expecting that. And they're gonna keep bringing in more talent. Oh, what about Mina Shirakawa? Because I don't know when her deal with Stardom is up. I don't know if she wants to come down to AEW full time. But I can see Mina Shirakawa being because she's already a fan favorite. Now I can see Mina Shirakawa. I can see them doing that. Mina Shirakawa being a part of All In. Yeah, I can see that. I can definitely see that. In some type of capacity. Now, not everybody could be on All In. Not everybody, but I can see that happening. So we'll have to see. But I can see Mina Shirakawa being a part of that, showing some capacity. Because I can see her being a full time wrestler in AEW down there. Once her time in Stardom is up, I don't know if she wants to come down here, but I can see Tony Khan, working something out to get her down there full time. You know, and she's already a fan favorite. So, and I know the AW majority of AW women, they don't get really pushed as big as Toni and Mariah, but she might be okay under Tony Khan. She might be okay. I get that. Okay. Ooh, how long have we been on here? 41 minutes. Okay. Not. We're almost there. All right. Renee Paquette was backstage with Heyman Adam Page. Page said, "Don't ask about Swerve Strickland again," and Christopher Daniels overstepped. He accepted a Texas death match with the Heyman, and I did what I said I do, and will never wrestle again. Caster interrupted and asked him to wrap it up. Page was in disbelief over the interruption. Caster saw he bit off more than he intended to chew and excused himself. Page followed him. Okay, moving on. International All-Star Tag Match. What in the world is an International All-Star Tag Match? We got the House of Hell, Brody King and Buddy Matthews. That's their new tag team name since Malachi Black is gone. No longer exists in AEW. Versus the AEW International Champion, Konosuke Takeshita and Kyle Fletcher. Fletcher and Matthews faced off first. Matthews was quick and Fletcher thought this discretion with the better part of valor. Tagging out to Takeshita. What are these words that they'll be putting in the vocabulary? Brody grabbed a blind tag and cracked Takeshita with a thunderous chop. Brody blasted Fletcher with a chop for good measure. Sunchild, Alice, what's up, bro? What up, Sunchild? What up, man? What up? We're just reviewing Dynamite, and then we'll talk a little bit about some WWE stuff in a little bit. But yeah. What did I say? Okay. Brody crushed Takeshita and Fletcher with a running crossbody press, sandwiching them against the barricade. Brody bashed Takeshita with a lariat. Takeshita caught Brody with an elbow strike. Takeshita walloped Brody with a German suplex. Brody got right back up and both men collided, both having the same idea, going for running lariats. And Buddy flew over the top rope and wiped out Takeshita and Fletcher on the outside of the ring. Buddy drove Fletcher down with a meteora, good for a near fall. The fans chanted, "This is awesome, this is awesome." Fletcher ran to a weighing knee strike from Buddy. Buddy was on the top rope when Okada music began to play. And this is what I hate about pro wrestling. I always hate this when the guy is on the top rope and he goes up to the top rope or he's about to get a move in, and then another person's music hits during their match, and then the wrestler goes like, "Huh?" And like he just stands there. I'm like, bro, do you move while Okada's music is playing? I don't care. I don't care if you. I don't care who you is. I don't care if you Kenny Omega. I don't care if you Darby Allin. I don't care if you are MJF. I am still going to hit my moves on this, and I'm on this other guy while your music is playing. You're not gonna distract me. Like, come on, man. I always hated that logic in pro wrestling. I always hated it. So yeah. Excuse me. I need a nap. Okay. Matthews took his opponent for a moment, and Fletcher tried to capitalize to no avail. But he tapped Brody in the house and when he tapped, Takeshita broke up Brody's pin attempt on Fletcher. Fletcher planted Brody with a DDT, but Brody kicked out at the 2 count. Fletcher pinned Brody after an assistant brainbuster. So, I mean, you can't pin Buddy Matthews because he has to match with Okada next week. So you got to pin Brody. Yeah, I don't know why you put. Woo! Excuse me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's been a long day. I don't know why you put these guys in a tag match and have them lose. You were just booking yourself into a corner with this. You really need to get the House of Hell some momentum, especially if people are going to take this tag team serious without Malachi Black. So if you're gonna have people take this team serious, then you need to start booking it better. You need to start booking them to win matches. That's all I'm saying. All right, moving on. Samoa Joe and Hook were walking backstage, approaching Christian Cage locker room. Kip Sabian and let me adjust my camera. Kip Sabian and Nick Wayne were waiting for them. Samoa Joe said they leave a message for Christian Cage. Joe and Hook began to pummel Kip and Nick. Samoa Joe, tell you daddy I said hi. Christian was hiding the whole time, and then once Samoa Joe and Hook left, Christian Cage walked back into the locker room, asked Kip and Nick what the hell happened, pushed the cameraman, gone. All right, moving on. I mean, just very, not really much to talk about. MJF. We'll go to MJF. MJF came to the ring with a microphone. MJF comes out. Jeff Jarrett, all you had to do was stay out the way of a young, fast, rising, humble star, and you just couldn't do that. That's why I had to teach you a lesson, Jeff, and that lesson is as follows. AEW. The E in AEW stands for All Elite Wrestling, not All Elderly Wrestling. I mean, he ain't lying. He is not lying. The E stands for All Elite Wrestling, not All Elderly Wrestling. Thank you, MJF. You are right. And now that Carney is out of my way, I am one step closer to once again obtaining my Triple B, baby, because ain't nobody on the level of the devil. Mask Caster ran to the ring and was saying, hey, man. Heyman ran into the ring. Caster retreated to the fans, and Paige and MJF had a momentary standoff until Heyman continued his pursuit of Caster through the fans. Before I was so rudely interrupted by a workless hat, ain't nobody on the level of the, and then Dustin Rhodes music hits. And then MJF says, cut his music. Listen, buddy, I'm talking right now. Dustin Rhodes gets on the mic. Such a stupid trap. All you do is degrade everyone in the back. And you talk about people who aren't even here anymore, like my friend Owen Hart. I suggest you keep Owen's name out your mouth, or I'm going to kick your teeth in. Stop talking about people's wives or people's past problems with drugs and alcohol. I crawl out of hell mats. You're not the devil. You have all the potential in the world, Mats, but you decide to go to these dark places. I'm 55, and there's the reason I'm still hanging with all these people on the roster is because I am a survivor and the last of my kind. Because I survived everything, anything you could think of, I've been through, boy. I want you to know this right now. When I'm gone, the mold will be broken forever. I am better than you, and your punk ass knows it. MJF. Time out, Bravo. Give it up for Dustin Rhodes. That was incredible. But I gotta tell you, Dustin, the part where you said you were better than me, I imagine all those years of you being a useless drug addict turn into your brain into Swiss cheese. But let me smarten all these people to what you're all about. You took 37 years of blood, sweat, and tears just to get out of your daddy's shadow. I've got a better one for you. You know what's so sad about the whole thing is that after all that hard work and sacrifice, now you live in the shadow of your little baby brother. So he's talking about Cody Rhodes. And then Dustin Rhodes hits MJF. The two men begin to brawl. Security ran down to separate them. Then MJF goes down in the ring, kicks Dustin with a low blow between the legs, and then celebrated. Honestly, I thought this was a good segment. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I thought this was a good segment. MJF, Dustin Rhodes. Dustin Rhodes is a good promo, man. I'm telling you, man, the Rhodes families, they know how to get your attention like that. So yeah. It looks like we're gonna see a match between MJF and Dustin Rhodes. Oh yeah, that's booked for next week's Dynamite. Next week's Dynamite, by the way, is pre-taped. So they're taping it on that Tuesday next week because the talent, make sure everybody gets to Australia, safe and sound. So yeah. So next week's episode is pre-taped, by the way. So yeah. Up next, we have Timeless Toni Storm versus Queen Emina. Is that her name? I'm sorry if I brought your name. I'm really sorry. Please forgive me. All right, AW Women's World Champion Mariah May joined the commentary team for this match. Toni Storm was introduced by Justin Roberts. This is probably my favorite moment of the show last night. This was good. Justin Roberts, he says, as playing the role of the glamour Mariah May, Toni Storm comes out in the same attire that Mariah May wears. Bro, you got me thinking they twins. And the whole IWC ate this up, man. This was my favorite part of the show, man. I'm telling you, man. Did y'all see Toni Storm come out and cosplay as Mariah May? Holy shit. I was like, God damn. The Professor Serenity was watching Amina backstage, scouting Queen Amina. Toni hit Amina with a running hip attack, knocking Amina to the arena floor. Queen Amina answered with a tope between the second and third rope. Toni nailed Amina with a shotgun dropkick. Queen Amina connected with a running shin shot to Toni's face. Toni snapped off a quick DDT and then hit a knee strike. Toni rocked Amina with a running hip attack in the corner. Toni planted Queen Amina with the Mayday and scored the pin. We are all set for next Saturday in Brisbane at Grand Slam, said Tony Schiavone. Renee Paquette interviewed Toni Storm in the ring. Toni, I'm Mariah May, and I'm the woman from hell, and I stand on the neck of every woman in this division, and there's not a woman alive that can touch me. Mariah May jumped on the ring apron, but thought better of it. Mariah took her championship and left, not caring to be upstaged. I thought this was good, man. That was my favorite moment of the show. Toni Storm coming out cosplaying as Mariah May. It kind of has me thinking, man, because I can see Mariah retaining next week. I can see Toni Storm winning next week. So, we'll see what happens next week. All right. The Natural, Dustin Rose is backstage. Dustin Rose backstage. I'm still here, MJF. I live for blood, sweat, and tears. I am the last of my kind. I'm around for a reason, boy. And next Tuesday night, Austin, Texas, I'm going to beat your ass. Okay. So that's one of the matches for next Tuesday. Chris Jericho's, up next is Chris Jericho's New York Minute. What in the world? I do not care about this. Anyways, Powerhouse, we're going to jump straight into it. Powerhouse Hobbs charged that big bill. He was outnumbered, but didn't care if the Outrunners had Hobbs back, and they jumped into the fray. Security had separate wrestlers. Big Bill and Powerhouse Hobbs got into the ring and began to brawl. Big Bill and Hobbs spilled through the ropes. They clapped one another to the announcer's desk. I mean, do you guys care about this? For fuck's sake, you got Powerhouse Hobbs challenging for the AW World Championship, 3 weeks ago? And now he's stuck in the Jericho vortex. Moving on. Don't care. All right, Swerve Strickland versus Ricochet was your main event of AEW Dynamite. Ricochet ambushed Swerve with a steel chair as Swerve was making his entrance. Ricochet rocked Swerve with the vertigo for a near fall. Ricochet dropped Swerve and followed with a tope suicida. Swerve powerbomb Ricochet on top of the guardrail. Swerve put off the turnbuckle pad and catapulted Ricochet into the exposed steel. Ricochet chopped Swerve in the chest. Ricochet smacked Swerve with a knee strike. Swerve body slammed Ricochet. Ricochet was staggered by a release German suplex, followed by the house call kick. Swerve landed on Ricochet with a swerve stomp, but Ricochet kicked out at the 2 count. Ricochet nailed Swerve with a German suplex on the apron. Ricochet landed at the 450 splash for a near fall. Ricochet smashed Swerve with a shooting star press to the spine. Swerve connected with the house call. Swerve went for the swerve stomp, but Ricochet countered with a low blow and then a spirit gun, picking up the pin. Ricochet took the embassy robe from Prince Nana, put it on, and walked off with it. That was the end of Dynamite. That's how it goes off the air. But the main event was cool. Ricochet got the win. I thought I was cool with it. They needed to give Ricochet that win, because if he didn't win that match, then that would have been embarrassing, and that would have not been a good look. So yeah, but that's the end of that's the end of Dynamite. So yeah. Now, I thought Dynamite was a better show than last week. So yeah. But yeah, we'll see what happens next week. Yeah. Um, what was I gonna talk about? Yeah, let's talk about WWE, man, for a little bit before we get out of here. So so a lot of fans on social media are not happy about a potential a potential triple threat match between Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, and CM Punk. Fans started complaining, say, "Oh, what's the point of this? We all know who's gonna, we all know who's gonna take the pin. Yada yada yada." I'm like, bro, there's easy. This story is easy to win. These three guys literally hate each other. They don't like each other. They don't fuck with each other, bro. Like, and y'all complaining about this being on WrestleMania. You know what? This whole Jey Uso winning the Royal Rumble really got y'all brains messed up for real. That's what I'm saying. And then a weird move. This was before the Rock the Chamber will surely take part a L level on October 2024. Alright. So we're gonna watch this video from WrestleMania. And we're gonna this is from WrestleMania. So we're gonna check this out. We're gonna react to Jey Uso's WWE World Rumble win has changed everything. Like, I just do not get the hate for Jay's win, bro. Like, bro, why are everybody so up? Jey Uso and the Royal Rumble really got y'all brains so goddamn messed up. On October 2024, let's watch this. WWE champion Cody Rhodes stated that fans won't predict what they see at WrestleMania 41, and he wasn't exactly wrong. Jey Uso's 2025 Royal Rumble winner shook the fan base to their core, and this win became possibly the most unexpected Rumble win of all time. Join us now as WrestleMania looks at why Jey Uso's WWE Royal Rumble win has just changed everything. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Also check out our new videos on WrestleMania XL. Well, expect the unexpected. Jey Uso wasn't even listed within the top 6 favorites to win the annual matchup, and the common consensus from the fans was that the match was destined to be won by John Cena or CM Punk. It appeared on the surface that the creative vision for WrestleMania was Cena or Punk challenging for a respective world title, and naturally when WWE went with Jey Uso, the IWC let WWE know that they heavily disagreed with the creative call. Social media was rife with negativity following the Rumble, and this negativity extended to YouTube, as Jay's win received 45,000 dislikes, which is extremely alarming. Whilst the reaction online was hostile, the same can't be said for the reaction in the stadium at the Rumble itself, as fans reacted insanely positively to the win, and this reaction was sustained during Jay's promo on this week's edition of Raw. Now, it's worth noting that WWE placing Jay in the final 2 with Cena was a very huge risk. Cena was a fan favorite heading into the match, and the fans could have easily turned on Jey Uso. The fact that they didn't, and WWE must have had full faith in Jay's babyface star power, spoke volumes. This highlights that WWE sees Jay at a level equivalent to John Cena.
So, why Jey Uso? Why did Jey Uso get the big W? Jey has been immensely popular over the past few years, and his yeet catchphrase has definitely captured the imagination of the audience. Jey is a safe bet for the Rumble win, but it's understandable why fans are annoyed. The story of John Cena or CM Punk winning and seeking world title gold may be more compelling, especially when it's been an ongoing plot thread on WWE programming that main event Jey can't win the big one. One of the main criticisms directed towards the win was the fact that Jey wrestled for the world title 7 days prior. Jey headlined Saturday night's main event versus Gunther, and although he came close to winning, he lost clean as a whistle. A babyface losing clean is usually a sign that their quest is over. And if WWE were going to have Jey win the Rumble, then it would have made more logical sense to have Gunther cheat to win. This would have given Jey a fair justification for challenging the ring general one more time. The fans were of the belief that Jey's win wasn't planned in advance. However, it was reported this week that Jey's win was actually planned for some time. This definitely makes criticism directed towards the Saturday night's main event showdown even more prominent. During Jey Gunther's promo on Raw, Gunther would state that he was hoping that a big name such as CM Punk or Cena would win the Rumble match, and in the promo, Gunther basically buried the match with Jey. And this was obviously Triple H poking fun at the IWC, and the story here is that Jey finally shut Gunther up and proved to the ring general that he's on the same level of those names. WWE, specifically, well, Triple H, may have been of the belief that names such as Punk or Cena didn't need to win. With both men confirmed for the Elimination Chamber match on March 1st, it's resulted in anticipation for the match being at an all-time high. Going into the Chamber not knowing the direction WWE are taking both wrestlers could make for a fascinating watch. And WWE have definitely listened to criticisms that the majority of Chamber matches have suffered from an element of predictability. But it wasn't just the fans who questioned the win, as even Punk during an interview with ESPN stated that he wanted to be in the final two with Cena, and Cena should have won. Punk and Jey are extremely close behind the scenes in WWE, so for Punk to say this publicly may indicate that this is the consensus within a portion of the locker room. But game recognizes game. Jey's popularity really can't be denied, and the reactions from the live crowd speak for themselves. Capitalizing on a talent that is extremely over is always a smart move to make, especially when it gives credence to the idea that Triple H will reward talent who get over, and this was something that was the main issue with the old regime in WWE. Jey versus Gunther is an interesting WrestleMania matchup on paper, as the two have wrestled a handful of times, and coming out of Saturday night's main event, there wasn't exactly a demand to see a rematch. Obviously, the appeal in the rematch is seeing Jey finally win the world title and having 70,000 fans celebrating along with Jey, with a visual that could be played for many years to come. That may be too early to say, but it's unlikely that this match main events either night of the show. With major players such as Cena, Punk, Roman Reigns, and Seth Rollins not yet on the card, their matches will surely take priority for WWE. Now, there may be an argument from fans, especially as we get closer to WrestleMania in April, that the Rumble winner should automatically main event the show. The WWE are flexible with this rule, and they'll probably market the match as one of the main events. The world title match opening WrestleMania has been a concept that WWE has done before, and it's something that Triple H is in favor of, as he literally did it for McIntyre versus Rollins last year. But is this all for John Cena? Jey's winner.
Now, should a main event WrestleMania? Well, it depends on the matches that Roman and Punk and Rollins and Cena has. Me personally, I think it should main event at least night one. Could like at least consider it as a night one main event for WrestleMania. You know, the story, you know, with Jey, you know, he can't win the big one. You get what I'm saying? That whole narrative that he can't win big matches, he can't win the big one. It's like in sports when the media, when they spread that um when they when they start that narrative about this player or that coach can't win the big games, and then they come out and they show you that they can. You get what I'm saying? So it's like an example, like in college football. You know, the whole media, they were going after Ryan Day, saying he should be fired. The coach for the Ohio State team, that he should be fired because he can't win the big game. He can't be Michigan. He can't win a He's not gonna win a championship at this school. He should be fired. And look what he did. He went on a run after that loss to Michigan. He went on a run in the college football playoff and he won the national championship. And now everybody's quiet. So let's say Jay does the same thing. You know, now I'm not saying fire Jey Uso. Nobody's saying fire Jey Uso, but you know he can't win the big one. Why is he getting the push? You know, you get what I'm saying? You know, why is he getting pushed over that guy? Why is that guy being pushed over that person? You get what I'm saying? So yeah. Moving on.
Has truly set the rest of the WrestleMania card into flux, and it does appear that Cena is heading towards world title number 17 at WrestleMania 41, and this would mean that Cena wins the chamber match and challenges Rhodes. Cena has been speaking openly about his creative plans for WrestleMania, and it'd be an odd pivot for Cena to not wrestle for the world title at his final ever WrestleMania event. WWE may look to go in the direction of a heel like Logan Paul, costing Cena the chamber, yet this will no doubt lead to riots, as after
Yeah.
this should be avoided at all costs.
Yeah, this should be. Oh man, do you know what the reaction will be on social media if that happened? Oh my goodness. Oh my god. Dude, niggas will be hella mad if that happened. You cannot do that. Now, do I think John Cena should win the Elimination Chamber? Now, that's a topic I have to sleep on. Like, I have to sleep on that. But I'll let you guys know in the coming weeks, should he win that Elimination Chamber? Or should... Because, me personally, for me, it's either Cena or Punk, in my opinion. So, yeah.
The Heyman factor. It was reported following the Rumble that one of the planned matches for WrestleMania is a triple threat showdown, and this triple threat will be between Punk, Reigns, and Rollins. This is a unique matchup, as it's a standard triple threat with no world title attached, and fans are already questioning what the stakes for the match will be. With 3 megastars involved, there's no way this doesn't main event night 1 or night 2 of the show, but WWE have found a way of making this match mean something, other than the fact it features 3 of the biggest stars. It was initially reported that WWE were planning a singles match between Reigns and Punk for WrestleMania, and fans were highly anticipating this to go down. It's unknown why WWE have pivoted this direction, but based on the antics of the 3 men in the Rumble, as well as Rollins' promo on Raw, this is without a doubt WWE's creative vision. Now, with that being said, there could be a way of making the match more interesting. WWE could possibly add a stipulation stating that the winner will be added to the Rhodes vs. Cena Night 2 main event, as there's no way fans accept the match at face value. There is also the Paul Heyman X factor in this planned matchup. Heyman owes Punk a favor for helping the Bloodline at Survivor Series War Games, and there are endless theories online regarding what this theory is going to be. These theories range from Heyman turning on Reigns to Heyman making sure Punk gets the main event of WrestleMania. In relation to turning on Reigns, this would be an obvious twist, and it could be argued that this isn't needed. When it comes to the WrestleMania main event theory, this does have some merit. Wanting to main event the biggest show of the year has been a character trait of Punk for years, and WWE could state that Heyman has the sway within the company to actually make this happen. But there's one last thing, and it's probably the biggest, as it's the final boss fiasco. One of the key reasons for this WrestleMania match looking like it does is because of the final boss, The Rock. It was an expectation, mainly thanks to The Rock literally saying so himself, that he would be competing in some capacity at WrestleMania 41. The match possibilities for The Rock were endless, yet a match with Rhodes or a match with Reigns seemed logical and justified. It was reported this week that The Rock let WWE know in October that he wouldn't be working WrestleMania 41. And in a weird move, this was before The Rock showed up at the end of Bad Blood. The Rock's appearance at Bad Blood was basically him confirming that he's still around, and that the fact that it made event in the show was surely a sign that he was wrestling at Mania 41.
Yeah.
However,
And then he just pulled up like he was bored.
WrestleMania was disintegrated when The Rock turned babyface on Raw in early January. The Rock would show up to Raw on the Netflix premiere and basically acted like the final boss character was no longer
around.
The Rock would endorse both Rhodes and Reigns, and fans were hoping that this was just a swerve. Yet nothing has surfaced from it.
Yeah.
And if it was a swerve, Rhodes being cool with The Rock after he tried to end his career last year just makes a lack of sense. And WWE should have known better than to present the face of the company in this way. If the changes within the next few months, it appears that The Rock really won't be wrestling at WrestleMania 41. And it's fair to assume that this executive call from The Rock explains why the Mania match card looks like a card that nobody could have ever predicted. What do you guys think? Let us know in the comments down below, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.
All right. yeah. Yeah, so we all know The Rock probably ain't gonna be at WrestleMania because why the fuck you? Yeah, I was hoping this was a swerve too, but once it came out that Cody was posted up drinking with The Rock, I'm like, what the fuck, man? Shit. So this man put up to bad blood because he was bored. Because he was bored. That's why he put up to bad blood, bro. That's crazy. But yeah, I do see CM Punk, John Cena. I mean, not John Cena. CM Punk, Cody Rhodes, and fuck CM Punk, Roman, and Seth. I'm sorry, my mind is I'm so brain fried. I'm so sorry, but yeah, I can see that happen at Mania in a triple threat. I'm a triple threat. Triple threat. Fuck, I need to get off here. But yeah, but yeah, man. CM Punk using using Paul Heyman as some leverage to get him the main event of WrestleMania. Ooh, that could be very good. I ain't gonna lie. Get Heyman to turn on Roman. That way Punk gets his main event at WrestleMania. You know, cause Heyman got some pull in the company, and Punk is using Heyman as that favor. Hey man, give me the main. You know, if I help out Roman at War Games, you better give me this main event at WrestleMania. What if that was the favor for CM Punk? You know, to Paul Heyman. You know, Punk could have came out and said to Paul Heyman, hey, you know, if I help Roman and his guys at Survivor Series War Games, I better be in that main event of WrestleMania. I'm telling you, I ain't playing. So who's to say that happens? So yeah, man. But anyway, guys, I'm about to get out of here. I'm gonna go take me a nap, wake up, eat, and watch some basketball tonight. So yeah. And I'm gonna let you guys go on about y'all day, man. But thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys Saturday for the SmackDown review. All right, love you guys. Take care, and I am out.